Grand Rising. What up, though? Top of the morning to ya. Great Awakening. Welcome to Commute Chronicles. What up, though? TikTok family. How's everybody feeling? Roll my back one a little bit. Roll my back one a little bit. Thank you. How's everybody feeling? What up, though? Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for the hearts. Come on in, family. What up, though? It is 4:54 a.m. in the morning.
Has begun. And then last week we had this. Photos show bright green lasers shooting across the night sky above Hawaii. Now, those could be fake or real. I happen to be watching a series on Netflix, which is kind of like, I compare it to Hunger Games and Squid Games. A lot of games, and I think that's significant given that today it's the big game. And what the Alice in Borderland presents is a world where people are involved in a game, and a bunch of rich people behind screens, anonymous people, unaccountable people, are basically deep faking people into killing each other, putting them into positions where they're at war with one another, they're fighting over, it's all a game. Their lives become disposable. And in one of the scenes you see that these lasers come down from the sky and annihilate anyone who tries to. If you ask me, that's the correlation between the Borderland, which is a trending show. Alice in Borderland is trending pretty high right now.
It's a good show.
And then another facet of the show
I watched
are blimps.
It's good.
Blimps being the bearers of the threat, and a lot of symbolism in these things. It's directly connecting to this stuff that we're seeing in the sky right now. And they were even saying, who's in control? I'm talking about in Alice in Borderland. Are there aliens? Who's above the people controlling the game?
Hey y'all, have y'all heard the news that the recent sighting in Argentina, that same red cloud that was spotted in Turkey is now in the skies of Argentina. You can Google it. It came through my FYP page. So people are making videos about it now. So if you haven't seen it, go look it up. Now I saw a video, I want to say off of TikTok, just before I went to bed last night, and it looked like it was like in India, because people look Indian. So I'm not going to say it's real, and I'm not going to say it's fake. All I'm going to say is everybody's like in the streets, and everyone is like running, and they're looking up. I'm not going to share it because it's a little scary. But it's like everyone's looking at this silver spear ball that's in the sky, and it's just sitting there, and it's fucking huge. And if you don't, and people don't know if it's like one of those like satellite balloons, or they don't know what it is. It's just sitting in the sky, and everybody's like tripping off of it, and it's bizarre. I don't know if it's CGI or what, but it looks pretty how they said it looks pretty real, pretty convincing.
Dangling satellites. There's no proof of orbit in my view, but I don't believe CGI. I don't believe artists' renditions of things. I mean, isn't that interesting if you think about it? All of the satellites you've ever seen, if you've ever Googled satellites, you've seen nice drawings, but airbrush, color, pencil, digital art. But you've always seen things that come out of the imagination of an artist.
Yeah.
But now with this balloon satellite, which is the size of what, a bus? I mean, that's huge.
Have you guys watched that show, Debris? It was out for a short period of time. I think it was only out for one season. And it was called Debris. And this is where they were like finding all these anomalies, like that created like effects around wherever it was found. Like it affected the reality that it was in. You know, and the different debris did different stuff. And I'm like, dude, like, is this like, you know, with stuff falling out of the sky now, is this could be considered the same thing as debris? I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out here, y'all.
It's mostly fireworks. It's all theater. You know, it's Hollywood. The movie industry and the outer space program are actually connected in so many ways, and it's because they're blurring fiction and reality. Man didn't go to the moon in 1969. Man became convinced he did because a small group lied to the rest and pulled them all into a fantasy to make them easy to control, to make them malleable. Okay, we talked about Alice in Borderland, and there's a lot more about that. The chunk of the sun, very significant headshot thing. Significant, too, that it's Lincoln's birthday. Then there's other connections as well with blimps. There's a day of the year, and there are 322 days remaining. So this is one of these dates that correlating this for some time. And if you think about it, if you were aliens and you wanted to talk to everybody on one day, communicate one message, what day would you pick?
Super Bowl.
They have all these different religions, so the normal holidays won't work. You know, what unites everybody more than football? You know, all worship. And it's all about this game again, and the game masters revealing themselves, perhaps, which is sort of hinted at in this Alice in Borderland.
Grand Rising, Great Awakening. It's just really crazy how the live we did the other day, and Dre was like, you know, going into Port Huron history. And like I said, it's a really nice, quaint town. And he was kind of going through I guess you could say historical attractions, historical facts about the city, only to find out we wake up to, you know, Port Huron is in the news now with that bullet-looking UAP that they supposedly had shot down in the river, or in the water. So, and it's so crazy because it's like Port Huron is like a little dot on the map. It's like you don't know it's there unless you know it's there. But now it's so crazy that like everyone's talking about it, and it's like it's just weird how everything's like shrinking. Like, you know, like now this is in our backyard. It's like I'm on TikTok or on other platforms, and I'm looking at other people's stories and what they're experiencing, and it's like, wow, it's like every time I turn around, somebody's talking about Port Huron now. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to point out something that was very interesting. They said they had sightings Michigan, Montana, Hawaii, and it's one more. It's four. It's one more. I forget the fourth one. But I find it very interesting that we're, you know, this word that we're supposed to be surrounded by Russian battleships. I find it interesting that all those ships are located where these sightings have been sighted. I can't think of the fourth area. I don't want to say Cali, because I don't remember them saying. I remember them saying Hawaii, Montana, Michigan, and it's one more. Canada. You know, we're gonna have to skip away from Canada. Okay? So I find it peculiar that these ships are located in the same spots that these sightings were reported. Just something to, like, you know, think about, because I'm just like, when I shared that X-Files clip, and the guy said, you know, the U.S. is quick to shoot their own stuff down, but if it's something that they don't know what's going on, they hesitate. They'll take a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like with that satellite balloon, you know, it took them a minute, but they quick to shoot these little pill-shaped objects that are these pill-shaped UAPs up out the sky, though. So I'm thinking there's two stories simultaneously being ran at the same time, like IPS said. He was like, you know, they intermingled truth with lies, so you really don't. You're getting a distorted truth, and I think that's what's happening right here. You know, they're trying to keep the narrative in their court, and it's like I'm looking at it two different ways. Either we have an imposing force that's saying, get your satellites out the sky, because this is our new home now. You got to go. It's time to clean out the office. Y'all ain't running shit no more, right? Or they could be out, rallying allies to fight whatever this UAP incoming force is. So I don't know what the incoming force is, but it's an incoming force. We just don't know where it's coming from. We don't know if it's man-made or if it's, something bigger than us. See? And when you distorting the truth, and ain't nobody really keeping it real, you know what I'm saying? But IPS keeps it real. Infinite Plane Society keeps it real. And y'all know how I feel about that whole Rihanna performance. I mean, I don't know if y'all remember that animated clip I showed with Lilith, the return of Lilith. But the Archangel Michael was like, yo, what up? Like, welcome back. Let's create havoc. Let's put the team back together. You know what I'm saying? And let's make this happen. So, I saw Rosemary's Baby giving birth to the idea that's I even hate to say it, like an antichrist is coming upon us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And it's like, why is she wearing this long cape, this long red flowing cape? And all I could think of was like that Lilith scene where the guy exploded and all his skin was just stretched. That's what came to my mind when I saw that Rihanna image with her long red cape. And I'm like, dude, this is not giving good vibes. I don't feel good watching this. With that Sam Smith, I haven't watched the whole performance. I've just seen little excerpts. I don't get good vibes from that, like I did when I was a kid listening to Earth, Wind and Fire. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get good vibes from this music that they're showcasing to us to make us believe. Like, ain't nobody trying to tap into that, man. And they using music as a tool to convince, influence, and possess. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real though. So it's just bizarre. And when you're starting to make connections, and these connections are equate to devil worshiping and Satanism and all it, like, that ain't good. Why are y'all using music for that? You're not drawing up. That's why when people talk about these energy harvesting rituals, I believe that to be true. Because this music is conjuring up. These images are conjuring up fears in some people, revelations in others. And most of us are making these connections like, what the heck is going on?
A lot of these contexts, it has a deeper occult meaning behind.
Can I just interject the thing with Beyonce? Let's just start here. I'm not a fan. You know what I'm saying? When she was with Destiny's Child, yes, you know what I'm saying? Because you had, other people to see and listen to and vibe off of. But Beyonce has been in the limelight for a very, very, very long time. Meaning that no one else was able to sing R&B and be in the limelight, only her. Which I think is unfair, unnatural, and that's not how it's supposed to flow. You know what I'm saying? To the point where she's become this god to most people, where they're willing to pay $3,000 for a ticket. So yeah, those who are willing to pay their whole house note and car note to go to that concert, go ahead, because you're going to become an exclusive group. Because everybody ain't going to be able to be there. But the ones who can afford to make a way to go, you're special. Understand that. You're going to be special. Okay? They only want a select group that they going to energy harvest and do whatever they going to do with that ritual at that concert. You think that, what was the name of that concert? Where them people suffocated? You think that was bad? You know, that was premeditated. They knew what they was doing. You think they're not going to do that at Beyonce's concert? You think they're not going to pull off something at Beyonce's concert with a select few of those who chose to be there, who volunteered to be there and paid a high price to be in the VIP club?
By 3, they come. By 3, thy way opens. By the blood of the willing, we call thee home.
Oh, this is gonna be a special ritual. See, this is what I'm saying. And you're gonna have some dummies out here that's gonna go up in there and be involved with that, and you're gonna be part of that collective. Not knowing you're part of something that's bigger than you, that's not being used for good, but mainly being used for evil. I'm just saying. You know, Beyonce ain't all that. She alright, but she ain't all that. Come on now. And then if you look at the Grammys, did it look like Jay-Z was invited at her table? Remember the scene that's going viral where he's like, everybody's trying to say he's forcing a drink on her? Like, nah, bro. It looks like he pulled up his chair to the table uninvited. And he's trying to force conversation with the people at the table. And Beyonce is politely saying, no, I'm done talking. We're done. It's a wrap. It's over. I'm tired. I don't want this anymore. Beyonce looks like she's at the end of her rope. But she's a brand. And her brand feeds people. Her brand sends kids to college. Her brand gets people to take trips around the world. So they're going to keep that brand going as long as they can, whether she is exhausted or not. If they ain't cloned her ass. So when she can't do it no more, she going to keep going. I mean, like, this shit is crazy. Like, I'm tired of looking at Beyonce. Why would I want to spend $3,000 to go see you when you're everywhere? You're the only person we've all been focused on when it comes to music. Why do I need to pay $3,000 to see you again?
So you're saying Taylor Swift don't exist?
But I'm not a Taylor Swift
You're not
fan,
a Taylor Swift
and
fan,
I'm not a white girl in America living that kind of life.
Taylor Swift just as big.
But we're not talking about Taylor Swift, though. And Taylor Swift been in the game since she was a damn kid.
Beyonce too.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like they monopolize the industry. You got these false idols that you're forced to follow, you're forced to fall in love with, and you got some people who are literally idol worshiping these people, where they're willing to spend $3 grand to go sit somewhere and watch her sing and do the same shit she's been doing. I'm thinking they're creating a select VIP group of those who volunteer to do that, and they're gonna do an energy harvest on their ass. Why is America doomed? Because what? Because the Anunnaki gonna come back?
And
that why? Because y'all gotta fight them on our behalf?
Just a couple months old.
Thank you for the follow, Zachy Robinson 12.
And this somehow explains the...
Thank you for joining the live. Appreciate you coming. Everybody have a great day. Keep your head on a swivel. And protect your worth by any means necessary.